Red light. Super awesome. I never tell musicians what to do because I think it destroys their abilities and it destroys their creativity, and they turn off their brain and they listen to your instructions and everything gets weak, actually is the word. It just becomes weak, musical ideas. A musician should have his own ideas, and doesn't matter what style it's called, doesn't matter how many people like it, he has his own ideas, and then he's an interesting musician. And I don't want to change him, so if he likes dubstep, cool, make some dubstep. If he doesn't, cool, don't make dubstep. I think the one thing that I really love is always bass, and I don't do many projects without bass, I can say that. The thing I find it interesting in Lithuania because it's dubstep is definitely London music. It started in London and you can't change that. And Lithuania is in one way very remote from London, but in another way, like since we started, so many people have been to London to work, to study, and they're coming back to Lithuania and they know what is London, and the audience totally changed for dubstep. And now they've maybe seen like the real dubstep in real London clubs. They've been to Forward, they've been to Fabric, they've been to all kinds of places. And so now that changed the Lithuanian scene, and I think it means that more people now have seen very big, like arena dubstep in big parties in London, and that's what they want to see in Lithuania. But when we started, like we're sitting now in the DJ booth of where we first started dubstep, in this tiny room, which you can do some footage later of how small this place is. But that when we started, it was just brand new thing, imported from UK, total secret. And now it's not a secret, of course, everyone knows what it is. It's on adverts for kids' toys, you know, so it's not a secret. And you can't change that. You know, I think the producers in Lithuania that are making dubstep, I don't think they're making like a Lithuanian version. They're making this, they're joining the international club of dubstep, and it doesn't have a nation anymore. It started in London for sure, but you can't call it English music, you know. And most of the really, really big, successful dubstep stars coming up, maybe not from Croydon. But in Lithuania, I think the most innovative music is not happening inside dubstep, but they're all listening to dubstep and they're taking influences, and young musicians are using that bass or that atmosphere in totally different music. But you can feel that they really know what dubstep is, but when they're sitting down to write their music, they're thinking a little bit about dubstep. Yeah, it's interesting, I think, that this bass thing happened because we were always trying to promote bass, and the word dubstep totally changed, but the word bass will never change. And I think it's a much better word to promote because nobody argues with what it means. And then you can have different tempos, different styles, and you're much more free. Whereas in dubstep, like now in dubstep to start, there are some strict elements which you must have. It must be 140, and it's kind of restrictive for new musicians, I think. So I'm just really glad that word dubstep kind of faded and the word bass came up, because the word bass is much more important to me than the word dubstep, and I hope it just continues and people explore the technology that we have to make sound. I hope people get good sound systems in the parties so people can hear this technology, and that's more important to me, I would say, than 140 beats per minute, written by Scream or Benga in 2007. You know, that's not so interesting. Definitely. I think Lithuania very quietly is very innovative and has some really good promoters who will take a new idea, and in Vilnius you can start pushing a new idea and you can make a big noise because there's not much competition going on. So for example, with Club Tropicana, we were talking earlier, like it just came out of nowhere. I remember Vitis one day told me, I have found this style, it's like, you know, I'm going to just promote this style. And I told him, okay, good luck, you know. And yeah, he had good luck, and very quickly he made a big impact with that music. And I think that's possible in Lithuania. It would be very hard for him to go to London and to do the same thing and to totally change London. It's never going to happen. But you can totally change Vilnius. So that's why I love living here and promoting here, because these changes you can see and you can influence much easier. So yeah, I think Lithuania is a very good place for bass music, but Lithuania doesn't promote to other countries well enough. Nobody knows that here is amazing, but here really is amazing. People that come here, they see it's amazing, but nobody knows. I think actually mostly a disadvantage. Like, we can't change it, we can't delete the internet, but I think that most of these amazing possibilities to promote your music, if it's open to everybody, then it's not an amazing possibility. And the rule of any promotion is, if you don't have any kind of exclusivity, if people can get dubstep on SoundCloud for free anywhere at any time, then it's not going to help when you put your dubstep tune on SoundCloud. You know, you're just another guy. So I think that's really a problem. It's hard now to see who is important and who isn't important, because everybody has their own label. Everybody releases MP3s on iTunes. You know, everybody can do the same thing. So who's what? there's no top of the tree. It's just everyone is on the bottom. And that's actually a really big problem. So I haven't, like, now compared to when I started working in the music industry before the internet really happened, it's exactly the same. There's 10 top stars every year. They change a couple of those names every year, and everybody else is just nothing. And I haven't seen that change. It's still the same. There's Benga, Scream, KTB, and who are the other guys? Nobody knows. So, okay. I want to say big ups to everyone in Belarus. I've been there only 3 times, and I wish it was more. And I wish you and your organisers all the luck promoting bass music. It really is the only kind of music that's worth listening to, so check out this blog all the time, and I know these guys are going to be giving you exactly the right information you need to find the best bass.